had a customer in today. He was a company, and we were looking at gap cover, and I was explaining the benefits of gap cover and how it worked and the benefits obviously to him. And he was borrowing 100% of the 100% of the vehicle. He had a balloon figure at the end, so but perfect gap cover customer. Unbeknownst to me, he had an earpiece, one of the Bluetooth phone type things, and while I was talking to him, he actually rang his insurance broker. So I've never had this happen to me before. So he rings his insurance broker, and as I sort of connected as to what was going on, and he says, "Oh, Scott is here, and he's trying to sell me gap cover. What do you reckon?" And she says, "I have no idea what it even is." So I said, "Look, put her on speaker and we'll have a chat about it." Okay, so golden rule: whenever there's anybody else involved in a deal, get them involved, invite them in. It's anyone else involved in a deal is always going to say no, right? So I invited this woman into the conversation, put her on speaker, so we're all together, and I just explained, as I explained to him and as I explained to every other customer, the benefits of gap cover. So she says to him, "You don't need it. You're covered new for 2 years." And again, always agree, always agree. I said, "Yeah, great point." All of my customers say that. I then proceeded to say, "So what you're saying is," repeat what they're saying, that way they know that you're listening. "So what you're saying is you'll replace the vehicle so there won't be any issue for the first 2 years. Is that correct?" One was like, "Yeah, that's right." And I said, "Okay, so just out of curiosity, how much is the car going to be worth in 2 years and 3 months, let's say?" She goes, "Oh, look, we can't tell that. We don't know." And I said, "Okay, so this is the point. This is where the gap increases. Yes, and there's benefits, that there's coverages, for the first couple of years. This is the whole point, that we don't know and it's unknown. And this is what insurance covers." So anyway, we went through the whole thing. The woman conceded it was a good idea. And this was odd. She did obviously keep saying, "I can't advise you." The customer was looking her to be her trusted advisor. So I had to take the role of trusted advisor. I had to sell her to then sell him, which was definitely not easy. Anyway, end result was he rang her. She said no. She listened. She took it on board. She then convinced him. I guess, well, gave her consent, I guess. So gave it a tick and therefore convinced him, sorry for the shaky video.